Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about people who got fired or left from famous bands. Nirvana, a big grunge band formed in Seattle, Washington, made up of Chris Novoselic on bass, Dave Grohl on drums, and Kurt Cobain on vocals and guitar. But there was a fourth member, Jason Everman. He was going to be secondary guitarist for the band, but was fired after less than a year of being in the band. He can be seen on the Bleach album cover, but he never played for any of the songs, but he was credited. He joined in 1988 and was fired in 1989 due to his quote-unquote moodiness. It doesn't stop there. He joined Soundgarden as their bassist and went on 2 tours with them. He was fired again in 1990 because he wasn't the right fit for the band and had some conflict with lead vocalist Chris Cornell the next year. The next year, Soundgarden released their commercial success, Bad Motorfinger. Slipknot. If you haven't watched my other Slipknot video, it is a band formed in 1995 in Des Moines, Iowa, formed by Anders Colsafini on vocals, Paul Gray on bass, and percussionist Sean Crayon. There are many other members added later on. Drummer Joey Jordison was one of those members. He was a part of the band until 2016. He was fired in 2016 because he had a condition called transverse myelitis. Transverse myelitis is a rare neurological condition wherein the spinal cord becomes inflamed. It can cause weakness and numbness in the limbs and deficits in sensation and motor skills. But this can't be true. After he was fired, he joined 3 other bands while playing drums and guitar. So I guess we will never know the true reason why he was fired from the band. Chris Fane. Chris Fane was a secondary vocalist and percussionist of Slipknot. He sued Slipknot for not getting paid enough. On March 14th, he left the band. 4 days later, on March 18th, he left. Slipknot said this afterward. Slipknot's focus is on making album number 6, and our upcoming shows around the world, our best ever. Chris knows why he is no longer part of Slipknot. We are disappointed that he chose to point fingers and manufacture claims, rather than doing what was necessary to continue to be part of Slipknot. We would have preferred he not take the path that he has, but evolution in all things is necessary and part of life. Long live the knot. Although, this message was removed from the website. Craig Jones. I'm just talking about, this has nothing to do with the video, but I'm talking about how many people are named Craig Jones. Craig Jones grappler, Craig Jones musician, Craig Jones motorcyclist, Craig Jones cricketer, Craig Jones Royal Navy officer, Craig Jones footballer, Craig Jones footballer, Craig Jones footballer, Craig Jones rower, Craig Jones, fictional character in the Friday movie franchise. Craig was the keyboard and sampler for Slipknot. On June 7th, 2023, they mysteriously said that they parted ways with him, although the message was removed. No matter how hard I look, I can never find a real reason of why he was removed or why they parted ways with him. This is over a year ago, so I guess we'll find out eventually. Pete Best was the drummer for the Beatles from 1960 to 1962. He was fired by their manager by request of everyone from the band. He was fired right before the Beatles got popular, too. Fast forward 30 years. Best received a significant monetary payout for his work with the Beatles after the release of their 1995 compilation, the early recordings on Anthology 1. He apparently played on 10 of the tracks on that album. There's way more to this story, so I might just make a video just talking about this subject. There's a whole article on Wikipedia about Pete Best's career with the Beatles, even though he was only part of the band for 2 years and was fired by the manager. Why, you ask? I have absolutely no clue. Thank you so much for watching. This video only took 30 to 45 minutes to make, although there was a lot to read. It wasn't as hard to get information as the last video I made, but it was still kind of hard. This almost became a Slipknot video because of how many people got fired in Slipknot. Thankfully, I added Jason Everman and Pete Best at the beginning of the and end of the video. Although I do love Slipknot, I won't make another video about them anytime soon.